All right. Shalom Akim. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and the glory unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, and unto the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who tell me this truth. And honors to the brethren in the Akim out there that's been pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be Wars and Rumors of Wars. And I just woke up about 30 minutes ago, just getting ready for work. And, I was just looking on YouTube. And the first thing that I came across was this, the war in Ukraine. So now this is still happening. It's been around, I want to say could be wrong. It could be a little bit more, or it could be less. But I believe this war been going on since for about the last 5 months, if I'm not mistaken. And it's still happening. This one just recently happened, on the W or the DW news, and yeah, the war in Ukraine is still happening. Russia is still up on that stuff, invading the Ukraine, and at this point they pretty much got this place already, overrun. It's pretty much taken over for the most part, you know, but they're still staying there in a fight. But this is all according to the scriptures, man. Bible prophecy, of wars and rumors of wars. And this one is happened about an hour ago. It says at least 18 people killed in shopping mall attack. And yeah, man, people are getting buried in the rubble, and if you got brothers want to, you look this up, or, it's on I follow this guy or this YouTube channel, and other ones, but this one comes up most of the time, if not all the time. But yeah, this is a good channel. You get all kinds of stuff that's happening, really throughout the world. And but yeah, man, this is all according to the scriptures, man. And soon, more nations are gonna get involved, and we're seeing it. And eventually, it's gonna lead to, well, first and foremost, before the World War III happens, this mark is gonna come. And this mark is sooner, closer than what we believe. And once that starts to become, well, it's already here. But once the stations start popping up, then that's when this world's war is going to intensify. Okay, so this is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3, and it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? What things be the prophecies? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So the disciples, and when you read in Mark the 13th chapter, it goes into, which one of the disciples asked them. And it was Peter, James, John, and Andrew, who were the ones that came unto Yahushua privately, saying, because they wanted to know when was going to, tell us when are going to be, or what shall these things be? When are these things that you're telling us are going to be? What's going to be the sign of when you come? And Yahushua just laid it down to them. He just told them. And this is for our learning as well. This is written for our learning. This is written for us to know what times, when shall these things be? When are these things, the prophecy is going to come to pass? What's going to be the signs of when our Lord is going to return? So that we know. That's why we're supposed to measure the times diligently. And he answered me then and said, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You see? So there's going to be wars and rumors of wars, and we're seeing that. We're seeing that with this. All right? Still going on, still happening. People still getting killed, blowing the hell back. And it says, but be not troubled, and see that ye be not troubled, because this isn't supposed to get us all worried. Russia's doing this to this place, and we don't really, us brothers, that know the deal. This doesn't bother us not one bit. We want this to actually intensify. We want these things to just start to happen more and more and more, man. Because the closer, the more other nations start to bite at each other and go at each other, and you turn against one another, right? it's getting closer to Israel's salvation, man. Because we're seeing the signs. We're seeing these things coming, man. All right, but it says all these things must come to pass. See, so these things all must and will come to pass. Reading on, but the end is not yet. See, so the end is not yet. It just says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So not only is there going to be just a nation going against another nation and a kingdom against another, but there also is going to be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. One of the pestilence that's hitting now is this monkeypox, which is going to lead to the next shutdown, the next lockdown. And then Aron will be the main lockdown to keep shit, tight, keep shit locked down, you know, Aron, and famines, shortage of food, you know. Like I was at my buddy that I work with, some he perceives to be Edomite, but he's all right, he ain't too bad. But he invited me, to after work, to have a drink with him. So I said, all right, I'll have a beer with you. Ain't no big deal. But then he was all explaining like how inflation's going up, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because he's paying for a 1 bedroom. He's paying like 1,700 a month, which is a 1 bedroom, which is ridiculous, which is crazy. That's something that's pretty high. You know, that reminds me of California, and I can only imagine what it is now. It's probably even much higher. But he's paying 1,700 a month, 1 bedroom. He has a kid, you know, and he was just stressing out about like I don't know what I'm gonna do if the rent keeps going up. I could barely get food for myself, for my family. He started, kind of like opening up. Like he was kind of worried. He's kind of like shook. He's like, I don't know what to do, man. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't, I just kind of just, rolled the floor. I was like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just, hope for the best, that's what I'm telling them. But yeah, there's gonna lead to famines. All these things are for a reason. All these things are gonna come to pass so that this world comes to an end and the beginning of our world, Yasharalah's world, begins. All right, verse 8, and it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. You see, so all these are just the beginning of the sorrows. And it said, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And it says, then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. You see, and we're seeing that. We're seeing, the Russia and Ukraine, they don't like each other, and we're seeing them hate one another by this killings. You just don't shoot up or bomb up a shopping mall, and kill 18 people if you don't if you like them. You ain't gonna do that. The only reason you're gonna do it is because you ain't fucking with somebody. This guy's something else, man. This Vladimir Putin. All right, Vladimir Putin. But it says verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And we're seeing that. We're seeing a lot of dudes that are are faking the funk. A lot of people that aren't about the YAHAWASHI business. And it says, verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we're seeing that. There's not too much love out here. And we're seeing that with all the judgments that are going out. And it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's what we want to do. Seeing and living in the times we're in, we want to endure unto the bitter end so that we may be saved. And continue to do this as well. Verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. You see? So this is what we got to do. Continue to push out this gospel, continue to watch, continue to put forth our lessons daily, continue to fight the fight, continue to, run this race until the end. Continue to preach his word and be instant in season, out of season, and do our jobs, and do the will of YAHAWASHI, because according to 1 John 2:17, it says this, and the world passeth away and the lust thereof, But he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever, you see. And we want to do the will of YAHAWASHI so that we have a great opportunity, a good chance to abide forever, you know. But I'm ended there to the Spirit Brothers, just something that I wanted to touch up on. I gotta get going, or work started early today, but I was able to at least get a little bit in. And out of my I'm gonna watch, listen to brothers, you know, and later on today, towards the evening, I want to say around the same time. Lord willing, I get off a little earlier today. Late night or last night was a late night, so. But I don't want with the I'll come back with more lessons by me watching today. Listening to brothers and not catching up. Well, yeah, catching up because there's so much things going on. You gotta, it's hard to keep up, but we do our best. But with that, brothers, I'm ending it there through the Spirit. Pray that the lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. As always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and the glory unto Yahawah, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashim Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth. And honors to the brethren and the Akim out there that's been pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi Yahawah, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And it's on to the next one, brother. Shalom.